Hi everybody, happy Sunday and welcome to the Gaming Couch's QuickScope, where we go over 5 of the week's biggest pieces of gaming news. Now in this first edition, is Uncharted coming to PCs? Dying Light 2 Stay Human has a release date, Far Cry 6 invites you to Yara, Guerrilla Games gave their fans a first look at Horizon Forbidden West gameplay, and finally, what's going on with the new Nintendo Switch? Is Sony charting a new course for Uncharted? A specific page in a recent Sony investor document caught the internet's attention this week. Titled New Growth Vectors PlayStation Studios, it highlighted Horizon Zero Dawn's performance on PC, notably a 250% return on investment, the creation of new fans for the IP, and reach into new geographic areas. Now, as interesting as all that is, what really grabbed everybody's attention was the More PC Releases Planned section, which showed Days Gone, which hit PCs this month, and Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Uncharted on PC remains in the realm of speculation until official word from Sony and PlayStation Studios, but it isn't that far-fetched. PlayStation exclusives like Horizon Zero Dawn, Death Stranding, and of course, more recently Days Gone, have done very well for themselves on PC. Opening up Uncharted to a whole new demographic of players could do wonders for the franchise, and for Sony's wallet. May 27th State of Play came and went without any information, so the next likely candidate for an announcement, if there will be one, is E3 this June. In the meantime, we can bide our time and wonder if the entire series will come to PC, or just A Thief's End. The long-awaited sequel to 2015's Dying Light, Dying Light 2 Stay Human, has an official release date, December 7th, 2021. The announcement was made on May 27th during Techland's first episode of Dying to Know, and that episode also featured a world premiere gameplay trailer. For those graphical purists out there, obviously the game looks gorgeous. The city's decaying look fits the setting perfectly, and it appears that players will have tons of choice when it comes time to run away from the virals that want to tear you apart. Combat has been improved upon. For example, heavier weapons will feel slower and more lumbering, and lighter weapons will feel faster. The game's skill system will let players tailor the experience to the way they want to play. So would you like to be a quick and dirty parkour combat master? You can do that. Want to rely on weapons and items you craft? Go for it. Would you rather just tank hits and demolish foes? Be my guest. There are multiple ways to approach combat and all are viable. But it's protagonist Aiden Caldwell's parkour skills that definitely steal the show. Getting around the city will be tricky, but very satisfying, and skilled players will be able to put on quite a show. But what about enemies? And since the game is set 15 years after the apocalypse, the deadliest virals have evolved to become even more lethal. It'll clearly take all your skills to evade or defeat them. Dying Light 2 Stay Human is available for pre-order now, and officially launches on December 7th. Get ready to visit the island of Yara, a paradise under the iron grip of ruthless dictator Anton Castillo. Far Cry 6's gameplay reveal took place on May 28th, and it showed off a lot of what players should expect from the game. Fans who are used to the franchise's over-the-top explosive action definitely will not be disappointed. The game's arsenal of 49 guns ranges from handguns to M16s, all the way to more exotic weapons like a minigun powered by a motorcycle engine, and, well, a launcher that launches Macarena vinyls. Once on Yara, you'll be able to explore its various biomes. Swamps, jungles, towns, cities with skyscrapers, and even underground areas will be available for you to cause chaos in. And when you need to get around quick, you can hop into a car, hop onto a horse, or even jump into a tank. Now, planes can be used, but you'll need to knock out the anti-aircraft guns before that method is actually viable. And of course, you'll be able to take part in side missions and a variety of activities to pass the time in between killing enemies with a vinyl of Los Del Rio's 1996 international hit. And of course, I couldn't end this section without a special shout out to Chorizo the Wiener Dog, who has sent the internet into a collective frenzy, with many claiming that they would give up their own lives to protect the wheelchair-bound pup. Far Cry 6 will be available October 7th, 2021, and is available for pre-order now. Guerrilla Games gave the world its first look at Horizon Forbidden West gameplay during May 27th State of Play. Of course, in the hours leading up to the reveal, more than 80,000 people tuned in to stare at images of the game's various landscapes. The footage, all captured on PS5, showed off the game's gorgeous, vibrant graphics. Forbidden West promises to be one of, if not the most, impressive graphical showcases so far this console generation. Fans also got to see combat and traversal in action, as well as the numerous tools Alloy will have at her disposal. For example, the focus scanner can be used to highlight environmental elements that can be climbed, The pullcaster, which is effectively a grappling hook, can be used to speed up climbing, and once you do get up high, you can use the shield wing to safely glide down. And if Aloy ever goes underwater, she can use a diving mask to stay submerged indefinitely. The key takeaway from these tools and mechanics is quite clear. Forbidden West will give players everything they need to succeed, but it'll be up to them to decide how they want to take on obstacles. In terms of combat, Aloy can use her spear as a melee combat option, and it offers a variety of combos, can be charged to create high damage effects, and she'll also have access to other weapons such as a slingshot that shoots adhesive grenades, a bow that can fire explosive arrows, a launcher that fires spikes, and if all else fails, she can pick up weapons that have been shot off machines during a fight. Now of course, the reveal only gave us a glimpse of what we can expect. Notably, weapons will be upgradable via workbenches. Now unfortunately, the reveal ended without a release date, so eager fans will have to wait a little bit longer for that information. This year, it seems like somebody has started a rumor about a new Nintendo Switch every month. Often cited are apparent leaks from manufacturers and leaks from industry insiders, etc., but every time the rumor gets shot down. But things seem different this time around. Not the rumor part, the actual evidence part, more or less. A report from website Wired Up claims that a trustworthy source had access to information from a Chinese hardware manufacturer. Apparently, the new Nintendo Switch will sport a 7-inch OLED screen and be capable of 4K output when docked. Now, speaking of the dock, the claim is that it'll be thinner and contain 2 USB 3.0 ports. Now, that's nice and all, but it isn't unlike most rumors we've all heard before. In a way, it plays to what consumers want, and 4K is what Nintendo should aim for in a new console to at least be on par with Sony and Microsoft. But then a listing for a new Nintendo Switch Pro appeared on Amazon Mexico. It was almost instantly deleted from existence, but the internet never forgets. Now, it was obviously a placeholder listing and it offered no tangible information whatsoever about the Switch Pro. It isn't even clear if that's the console's official name. Adding to all the speculation, Bloomberg and Eurogamer both reported on May 28th that Nintendo intends to announce a new console before this year's E3, which takes place between June 12th and 15th. Apparently, the timing is so that developers working on games that support the upgraded Switch's capabilities will be free to announce their projects during E3. Of course, Nintendo has declined to comment. On my end, just like millions of others, I'm still holding out hope that the new Switch will be called the Super Nintendo Switch. Otherwise, well, it's just a lot of wasted potential, isn't it? And that's all for this week. Thanks for tuning in to the first edition of QuickScope. Remember, you can visit thegamingcouch.com for more gaming news, reviews, opinions, and yes, even retrospectives. I'm Jameson Worth, and I'll see you next week.